人冒出来了，
来吧，
出来，
来。
你干嘛那么怕你爸呀？
No。哇哇哇哇哇！
哭。出来吧。进来呀！快进来呀！你干嘛？ Whee! Whee!
Dear my beloved audiences, today I want to tell you a story which is called Charlie and the Forgotten Violin. Charlie wasn't the kind of dog anyone noticed. He was small, scruffy, and the color of old pavement. He lived in the alleys of a bustling city where horns honked, feet hurried, and no one had time to stop for a stray. But Charlie had something that most street dogs didn't, a love for music. Every evening, he would curl up near the subway stairs, just outside the bakery, where a young man named Leo played the violin. Leo didn't have much. He wore worn-out shoes, had a cracked violin case, and lived in a shelter nearby. But when he played, the city stopped for a moment. His music was soft, hopeful, and filled with stories no one ever heard him say. Charlie would lie down by his feet, tail gently wagging, ears perked, eyes half closed. Leo never chased him away. In fact, he began to leave crumbs from his sandwich each night. They didn't talk, but they understood each other. One winter evening, after a long, bitter day, Leo didn't come. Charlie waited. The next evening, still no violin, no music, no Leo. Charlie sniffed the air, walked in circles, and eventually left the spot for the first time in weeks. Something was wrong. His ears twitched, his paws moved faster, and Charlie, the invisible little stray, began searching the city for the only human who had ever seen him. Charlie padded through the city, nose low to the ground. He checked the bakery, the bus stop, the shelter steps. He even snuck into the alley behind the church where Leo sometimes rested. Nothing. But dogs have instincts humans don't. Charlie followed a faint trail, a scent barely clinging to the wind, until it led him to a quiet hospital on 8th Street. People passed through the doors with worried faces and coffee cups. Charlie wasn't allowed inside, but that didn't stop him from trying. He barked. He scratched the glass. A kind nurse spotted him and opened the door. "Are you looking for someone?" she asked with a soft smile, kneeling down. Charlie whimpered. The nurse stepped back in. A few minutes later, she returned. "You must be his dog," she whispered. "Room 317. She wrapped a scarf around Charlie's thin body, tucked him under her coat, and smuggled him into the elevator. Inside room 317, Leo lay still, hooked to wires and monitors. The violin was in a chair nearby, its strings silent. Charlie jumped gently onto the bed, curled at Leo's feet, and let out a soft sigh. Leo stirred. His eyes opened just a little. "Charlie," he whispered hoarsely. The little dog licked his hand once and lay down. From that night on, the nurses allowed Charlie to stay. They brought him bowls of water, pieces of chicken, and even a tiny blanket. But Charlie never moved far from the bed. He kept watch, night and day. A week later, Leo smiled again. Then he sat up. Then he asked for his violin. And when the soft sound of music filled the hospital halls once more, Charlie lifted his head and howled. Not in sadness, but in joy. Leo left the hospital in spring. His body was weaker, but his spirit was stronger than ever. And Charlie? He wasn't a street dog anymore. He had a collar now, and a name, and a new home. A small apartment that smelled like hope and pasta and fresh laundry. Every morning, they walked to the same subway stairs. Charlie sat tall and proud beside Leo as the violin sang its stories to the passing crowd. More people stopped now. Some recognized Charlie from a local news story. Dog finds musician in time to save a life. Children came to pet him. Old women brought biscuits. Someone even made him a little sign. Charlie, the dog who listens. But Leo had bigger dreams. With Charlie by his side, he began playing in cafes, then at small music halls. Eventually, a community center invited him to teach music to children who had nothing, just like he once did. Charlie followed him to every lesson, every show, every quiet park where new songs were born. He always sat right beside Leo's stool, always listening. Years passed. Charlie's face turned gray, and his steps grew slow. But he never missed a performance. Not once. One sunny afternoon, Leo stood at a small outdoor concert in the park, violin in hand, and told the audience, "I owe everything to my dog. He's the reason I'm still here. He found me when I thought I was forgotten." Charlie lay on a blanket nearby, eyes closed, tail gently wagging as the music began. And when the last note floated into the breeze, Charlie gave one final sigh and drifted off, listening to the music he loved most. Leo looked over, tears in his eyes but smiling. "Goodbye, my friend," he whispered. "You saved me." And long after that day, whenever Leo played, he left a space at his side, just big enough for a little dog named Charlie. If you like this video, please leave a like and a subscribe. It will really help our channel grow. But if you don't like it, then just skip it and don't forget to check out our other videos. Thank you very much and goodbye.